Hello guys, so I haven't been online for a little while and I have been making videos, I just haven't been uploading them because most of them have just been for me revising from our last mock exams that I did, and yeah, some of them the sound just completely fucked up like halfway through and I thought, well, there's no point in uploading half a video to the internet. So yeah, I'm in the field at the minute. I've actually got a new phone finally so I can start making more videos outside. It's an extremely foggy day and it's pretty cold, and I don't know why I even got coat on, but it's alright. It's my sister's prom, so yeah, I've just had a few glasses of wine with her before she's off. And yeah, I don't know, life's so fucking weird, like the way that with this thing, like we're perceiving the world outside of us with the brain inside our minds and it's like, it's just fucking crazy. Because like none of this actually exists in the way that we see it, because we're perceiving it through these filters in our minds. It's not an objective truth of what we're seeing. We can only ever observe a human perspective of the world. We can only observe the world through the means of the human perspective. We can't observe it through the means of the dog's perspective, or as I've talked about before on my channel, the bat's perspective. It's like, how do you want to perceive the world? Like when you're able to boil everything down to just a perception, it gives you so much control over what you're actually experiencing. Because if the experience itself doesn't have any actual intrinsic value, you can give it value. So anything you go through in life, you can give that some value. Like let's say you have some bad circumstances to human standards, but obviously we have to use the terms good or bad. Or how would we describe things? Okay. So on human standards, so bad things might happen to you, but it's what you're going to let them bad things do to you. They're either going to make you or they're going to break you, and that's up to you to decide. It's like, I've been through bad things in my life and I've been through good things, but yeah, I'm not perfect. Most definitely not perfect, but I'm okay being human, because humanity isn't about being perfect. It's about trying to live a fulfilling life, I guess. Live life to the best of your ability, and I guess not take things for granted. And that's something I do sometimes. Like I've just got a new phone and I've literally just been playing games for the last few days, and I feel like I should be doing something more productive. Like I get rewards from playing the games. Like I get endorphins released in my brain. It makes me feel good when I win, which I guess that's the problem, isn't it? It's like we're habitual creatures. If something's easy and fun, then it's got to catch our attention. It's got to make us want to do more of it. But if it's something that doesn't serve us in the long run, should we really be doing it as often? I think not. Yeah, well basically I've just had the mock exams this week and I've really tried to change my perspective on the education system over the past few months or so, because I know I've had a few rants on my channel about how it's all bullshit and how it's just there in place to control us, just being completely Marxist about it all. But yeah, I'm sort of trying to change my views a little bit on that. Is it raining? Yeah, it is. Yeah, so I've been trying to change my views a little bit on that, and I'm actually like valuing education a lot more. I guess it's not education I've never really not valued, because I do. Well, I haven't always seen the importance in it, but I do see the importance in education and I do love to learn. But it was the system. I'll just take refuge under this tree. It was the system that I had a problem with. And yeah, now I've sort of changed my perspective on that, because if I can use my longing to learn things in this world and actually get some sort of physical proof of it, even if it doesn't actually help me in the long run, like it may not necessarily actually be that important to know this stuff, but then I'm actually learning. But alongside, I'm actually going to have something to show for it if I actually do well in my exams like next year. And I've actually really been, I really tried hard for one of my exams this time around, because obviously I do an art subject, which there was no exam in this time, and I missed my 3-hour art lesson to revise sociology. I had a philosophy exam, which I've only really been revising for in the lessons, but actually I was absolutely determined. I was like, right, that's it. I'm going to have to drop philosophy, I'm going to fail these mocks, and that's it. But the exam, it went alright. Like, I probably got a D or a C, but to say that I didn't actually put that much effort into revising, if I did, I could have done a lot better. So next year, if I put more effort into my revision for that, then I'm actually gonna, like, I can probably come out with a good grade. And I'm not trying to be overconfident or cocky about it, but yeah, that's just how I feel. Sociology, I put a lot of work into, and I actually, like, if I get anything lower than it, I'm gonna be a little bit disappointed in myself, but I'm not gonna beat myself up about it because I can learn for next time. Like, we had a lot of questions to do in sociology. 30 marker on Marxism's view of crime, some education stuff, some more crime stuff, some family stuff that we did ages ago that I just sort of winged. I was like, I'll take a little look at demographics and then I'll see what I can remember, and that basically came together. So 4 marks on that question, hopefully. Maybe 4 marks on the research method question, because that was a pretty hard one. Should get 4 marks on education, should get 4 marks on, almost 4 marks on the 30 marker. So I'm hoping for an A star. If I get an A star, I'll be absolutely boom. So, one thing that I did before that exam, because I'm not gonna lie, the day before I was fucking stressing about it. I was not happy about having an exam, because exams, oh, I guess it's just another habitual thing, isn't it? Like, because with exams, I've struggled with them in the past. I've like had panic attacks before an exam and not being able to sit it. So obviously, if I have that connotation attached to an exam, then that's going to make me feel weird inside the next time I go into an exam, and I'm going to have the same sort of experience. But if I can change that connotation I have with exams and change the way I perceive an examination, then I can completely change the way that I react to it, can't I? And I did. Like, what I did was, I went on YouTube, I typed in sleep hypnosis for exam something, for doing exams, and basically it was something that it was one which improved my memory, and it definitely did improve my memory. And I did it the day after as well. I think that's why I did so well in my philosophy exam. I think I did well in my philosophy exam, but I think that's why I was actually able to sit through it and not beat myself up about it before I've even tried. Because I did this thing and it just completely boosted my confidence, and I just felt so much better about it. And yeah, it's the power of the human mind. Like, I've been watching a lot of things lately about hypnotism and about the way it's done, and about just people being hypnotised, and it's just so fucking crazy. I can't remember the guy's name, but he's like an old guy. He's got grey hair. He's got like a little quiff thing that goes up like this and back. You might know him. If you know him, just leave his name down in the comments, because yeah, if anyone else sees the name, then go watch him. I recommend. I think it's raining more under the tree than it is not under the tree. Yeah, it is. What was I saying? Yes, so hypnotism. It's like tapping into someone's subconscious mind, and you can like make them do things. But you can't make someone do something they don't want to do. But you can influence their behaviour. Like, for example, they'll do things where they'll put you in the hypnotic state, and even if you don't think you can go into it, they put you in the hypnotic state, and you basically just like fall down like that, and you're in like a sleep state, and then you sit back up, and they'll tell you that your arm's like steel or something. You won't be able to move it, because that's the power of the human mind. If you think you can't do something, and you have that core belief inside you that you can't do something, you won't be able to do it. But if you can practice visualization and tell yourself, okay, I can do this, and really start to believe that you can do it, and really start to see where you're going to get to if you do it, you'll be able to do it. Like, you can do anything in this life if you put your mind to it. I know it's such like a cliche thing to say. You'll do it if you put your mind to it, but you actually fucking can. If you put your mind to it, you can do it. Just keep that in mind. I wish I was more consistent with my practice of it though, because I can withhold my motivation of doing something for a good few days, but like, because I started writing a food diary, I started writing a to-do list. It was like consistent for about 3 or 4 days, and it's just started going downhill. I've stopped doing it as much. I know it's my doing, obviously that's a habit I've got to break. I've got to form a new habit in place, so I basically just have to keep forcing myself into doing it. Maybe that's not the way to go. Maybe I need to look into this shit a bit more so I can actually get a bit more knowledge on it and have a more stable foundation of which I want to build this belief system upon. Okay, anyway, I think I'm going to end off that video there. I've had a nice little walk in the field, got super wet feet, and I actually have shoes on. Yeah. Yeah, so if you've enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Yeah.